Well, here we are in the beautiful Puyallup Valley at the home of Ezra Meeker. He wasn't always a rich man and built a beautiful house like this. Started off poor in Ohio and Iowa and married a beautiful young girl, and they came west in the Great Migration of 1852. He first settled down the Columbia River and then moved here to Puyallup, Washington, and this fertile farmland, and started this town. Boy, did he grow. You could describe Ezra Meeker in so many ways. He was an author, he was a promoter, he was a farmer, he was a pioneer, he was a merchant here and in Alaska at the Gold Rush store. He did such a wide variety of things. In some ways, the Meeker family actually changed the cultural makeup of our state. The Native Americans from Western British Columbia came down to pick hops in this valley. They came down by canoe. My father used to describe to me how they went by Bainbridge Island and on their way to pick hops for Mr. Meeker. And those people married into families here in the Puyallup Valley, and it's given us a whole new rich community because of that. Later in life, this man at an elderly age crossed our country 4 different times. He went in his wagon with his oxen and his dog Jim, and they traveled from town to town. And he sold these postcards along the way to raise money to build markers to mark every step of the Oregon Trail. He thought it should be marked all the way across and then eventually become a transcontinental highway. He knew that America could grow and develop if we had better transportation system, a place that all of us could travel across to the East Coast or the West Coast easily. He was an amazing man, and he played such a huge role in the development of our state. We're blessed today because of people like Ezra and Elijah Jane Meeker. They not only brought a richness to our state, but they were willing to preserve the history and to write down what it was really like and work to promote a better state and a better future for all of us in the Pacific Northwest. This is the home he built. It's been beautifully restored here in Puyallup by a group of local volunteers. It truly is one of my favorite places.
Support for My Favorite Places is provided by the Washington Hospitality Association and by Weatherly Inn, Senior Living, where it's home and your family.